Ah, offerings to Tyr. These are quite rare, you know.
Why?
Well, you know Odin, not the biggest fan of Tyr. I thought he destroyed all of these.
I didn't think we'd see you out here, since you and Brock got back together. Everything okay?
Oh, better than ever. You know, I really think we've both grown in our years apart.
So how come you're back here?
Just catching some fresh air. Look, I love my brother, but he still smells like a fetid dung pile.
Of course he does.
Let's get to it.
Would you be able to make stuff I'm hearing? Here's the stuff I'm...
Oh, that's fine. Always happy just to chat.
Alright. We'll do more story. I just want to see this ghost. I almost had another ghost on two of the three. This is the one I left behind.
Enemies ahead! Brother!
Enemy down! I can't get Whew. Tough stuff.
I was happy to have that one killed. I mean, there could always be something.
What are you fools doing back here? Come to pilfer my boots and small clothes?
We found your son. He was betrayed too. And we found part of his journal. It sounded like he regretted killing you.
Fat lot of good that does me. How'd he go out? He die fighting?
We found 4 corpses near his. They were decapitated.
Ha! Vandrit always did keep his sword nice and sharp. A lesson he picked up from me. He's a backstabbing bastard, but knowing he's in Valhalla sets me at ease. Thanks.
We did a good thing. I'm glad we came back here.
That thief did not deserve the peace you gave him.
Maybe so. Still, it feels good to help people. Even the dead ones.
So much like your mother.
Why am I only wearing... Oh no. Yeah, what I said. Ooh. Very small amount of... Oh. Hmm. No. If I get rid of any, it'll be, I guess. The rape before. Could add even more strength. I'll just let. If I feel my strength is underwhelmed, I will sing with it. Or which one do I got to say? Ooh. I was not trying to cross the... Get it. Dude, what the shit's going on here?
Felt that one, brother.
I really wasn't here last time. This. I wasn't gonna go up here. I'd went the other way. And still, that giant made me curious. I think I've been this way though. Dear Lord Frosty, you did it again. Yup, that's getting kind of weird. I mean, it showed you in my stats as a viewer. That's all it did. But positive, like the thing said, you had to know anymore.
Okay, I know I saw something.
I saw it too.
Freya did say the Jotunheim Realm Tower was missing from the lake. But maybe only kinda?
Very strange indeed.
They made me burn a bunch of wicker stuff for money off a corpse. Cool. Yeah, no, I honestly figured that's what you were doing to be in the first place, was just playing a game.
The final bone.
Yeah.
We might as well return them to the spirit. Maybe he will keep his word.
I know she's not coming back, okay? I know. I just... Never mind. Just go return. Need more time!
Ooh. That kid helped me work pretty well that time. Boy. Late start for me tonight. This things were all over.
Another piece of the language cipher. Good.
Ooh, one more language cipher for another translation upgrade. Where does that lead? Ugh. And that's... Alright, game. Go there in a minute. Have I been here?
Fafnir. I always wondered what became of him.
Wait,
Another
Fafnir?
dragon?
Like, Fafnir's storeroom Fafnir?
The very one.
But Sindri said he was a dwarf.
He was. And now he's a dragon. Funny how life works, isn't it?
He's chained up.
Perhaps we should keep an eye out for binding shrines and free the poor bastard. Aye, lads?
Yeah. We'll do what he said. Oh wait, there must be another entrance for that one. All in? Maybe? I don't see anything like switch-wise. Go to the left. Here? It goes around. Okay. Oh. I love that they had a dragon. Let's see. But you weren't gonna be live tonight. I mean, I wanted to be here earlier. I would like to have started earlier, like normal time, but things. Oh, I was late. Oh, I was an hour late. I mean, I still got considered my
How did your friend become a dragon, Mimir?
Oh, he's no friend of mine. Scroat was a constant source of annoyance amongst Aesir and Vanir alike.
Then why free him?
Trust the recently liberated, brother. No one deserves to be held captive like this. Even a greedy little dwarf come dragon.
You know what? Screw it. I'll run down this way. I have a feeling if we go down backwards, it's not safe.
You've never answered the boy's question there. How did this dwarf become a dragon?
Well, I don't know for certain, though I'd wager his penchant for stealing magical artifacts had something to do with it. Must have stolen a trinket from the wrong Vanir goddess.
Boy,
So what are you up to tonight, Deku?
Okay, that's going in the journal.
You looked at it for half a second and you had it red. I had plans to try and finish this in the next 2 nights. But, just going for one soul side quest, I ended up completely steering off the track of doing main story. And now I'm kind of like into something else. I get very easily distracted in this game. Hello, nobody. And yeah, Frosty probably.
No match for us.
I honestly wish I could read that fast sometimes.
Time to set him free. Think he'll remember you?
I don't know, lad. A lot's changed since we last crossed paths. I have legs.
Oh damn. That's right, because the last dragon had like a guardian. I know it. Oh, there's a witch too? You know what? Where's that? Over here, witch.
Yes, sir.
Here, boy. Everybody went quiet. Are you streaming tonight, Deku?
Where you go, you wee little bugger? Well, the dragon hasn't done much for his personality.
I'm still a dick. It's going to go fly. What? Oh, damn. He's screwed then. We're just gonna, like, chain him up, beat him. Oh. We'll call it nappy time with Deku. Hose apply here. Alright. Now that trying to turn something in for a soul quest, turned into relieving one of the 3 dragons that's on a list.
I wonder why Goofy's bones are all over the place.
Desecration, typically. Pieces of scattered corpse make for a piss-poor soul. No hope for Valhalla or Helheim
Fangirls
when
come
your
out.
arms on
Yes,
one beach and your
Goofy
keys on
too.
another.
Wee.
Why not ask the spirit? I'm sure he will be forthcoming with answers.
Mimir, I still don't get why you ever wanted to work for Odin.
Back then, I was young enough to still be ambitious.
Yeah, he already said this one.
Powerful bosses I've come across, but they clearly lacked for strategy, focus, and sage counsel. All this could I faithfully provide. And so, a stranger from a far-off island found himself with Odin's ear, trusted as he trusted no one but himself. And the hit was up there.
Be ready!
Wait, where's the other one? I thought there was one more.
Impressive!
Bum, bum, bum.
We have collected the rest of your woman's corpse spirit. Show us this magic you have promised.
My sweet Gulvik, whole again. Rise, dear Gulvik. Awaken, O powerful Gulvik!
Evni bukar bitjast.
She says she'll honor our request
Erdi fagna.
and reunite us. Okay, you were
I mean, you knew that was coming. God of War.
all right. Say it. I told you so.
I told you so.
You are naive, foolish boy.
This is true as well. But do not take your disappointment out on me, boy. Take it as a lesson.
Yes, sir.
This is also true, but that was cute. Is there a warp door anywhere near? Nope. There's the bootmobile. last one I'm doing. I swear, before I'm getting back into the story. Wait, did I just do a circle?
Where was I then?
You'd become Odin's most trusted advisor.
Aye. And with that kind of power, laddie, I must confess, there are perks.
Yeah, but he's...
I was just like, boy, when I first played that quest, I thought I'd at least be able to see her spirit and get an idea of what the mom looked like. Then he said, you in death, and I was like, you bitch.
Oh,
yes. Oh.
I never claimed to be perfect, laddie, only clever. And often too clever by half.
So what'd you do to get Odin so mad at you?
Well, for a long time my job was to enable Odin, and I was fucking excellent at it. Gradually, as I grew more to care about people and the world, my job became to contain him, to protect him from himself. By serving peace, I served his interests as well, that's the truth. But he saw it as disloyalty. No longer trusting my motives, but not wishing to part with my brain or tongue, he bound me to a tree and adopted a new pastime of casual torture.
Well, I'm glad we came along to cut off your head.
Aye, lad. Lucky break that was.
We can beach over here.
I'm glad we cut off your head. Yes. Okay, a couple ways to go. Interesting. Which one? Okay, there's gonna be a wind thing. Is there an axe freeze thingamajigger? Okay, so maybe I go side now. You'll soon figure out them. These are way up. Okay, so no, that didn't clear out that side. Or that. Just down there. Guess we'll explore this way. Oreo cookie. Oh, and a treasure chest. I'm just so happy to see you, chest. Happy to see anything that claims it's a chest. One of those wind things. Hell wind. Whatever. That's just a way down. Like this should go higher up. Another Hellwing switch. Hellwing, yeah. Hellwind. Another path that goes up. There's a dead giant thingy down there. Pretty sure that one's dead though. A shorty cat. These little guys are probably alive. Okay, let's scale the spot. His guts are all out, so yeah, he's dead. This isn't Bloodborne. Well, at some point in this game, I had wondered what happened to wings back in the day. Oh, I mean, he can't even jump in this game. There's something alive. Whoa, there we go. I knew something was gonna kill me. Gotta stay away from that crap. He likes to blind you a lot. This is the guy that beat my ass in the other game. Or not the other game, the other, where that released the first dragon. Get off that. I just want the item. There we go. This broke them at the end of God of War 3. This is such a douche.
I think this is the last one. Might as well, right?
Fine. Look here.
Kvekia. Okay, here we go.
Okay, hold on. Oh, I clearly need to replay that game. I don't remember that. It was smaller area. Arena, I think. Zeus broke everything Kratos had, but the blade. Maybe that's why he starts the game with like nothing. Nothing!
I must speak with you.
What's wrong?
I came to this lake with a group of tradesmen, seeking refuge from the desolation. But how could we know it was even worse at the Lake of Nine?
We cannot undo your mistakes, Spirit.
I know that. But I fear for my captain and crew. I believe they are still under the water. Will you find them for me?
Maybe this is something to do with that
anything
ship.
you can offer us in return?
I have little to offer.
Oh, well, I'm not sure.
Wait! I died wearing a valuable family heirloom. It's yours, if you promise to find my crew.
Deal.
Thank you.
I wonder if it's that ghost ship that keeps appearing.
You are learning.
Hey, Heavens. You're learning.
Why
If
didn't
you ain't
your
got
mom
shit,
ever tell me about the
I
desolation?
can help you.
I won't speak for your mother, but it was never my concern. Nor should it be yours.
Doesn't it concern us if everything around us is dying?
Our only concern is reaching Jotunheim.
Really? Then why are we exploring all these islands?
The resources we find improve our equipment. If we stray from the path, it is only to prepare ourselves for the journey ahead.
I can live with that if it means we keep exploring. And helping others.
Remember seeing all his weapons littered on the ground. First person sake. But yeah, I don't remember. All of the broken. Are you clearing all the levels, Heavens? Cool. Yeah, they're not long games, but they are fun. But tomorrow will be a short stream. You should do just like, if you think you're gonna be done soon, you should just do an early one. And then, you know, pick something else for that night. Yeah, I guess I never thought of that. I hit his ass coming out the door. Another wind thing. There are. Oh, wait, now hold on. I have to get it from there. That door wouldn't be too hard to reach. But the real thing is... So 8 episodes... I'm hoping to just finish up the main story in the next, like, 2 nights. but it's because I keep getting sidetracked. Like, this game has a lot of side content. So yeah. I'm also late getting on tonight. Yeah, if you do everything, it's probably 30-ish hours. Just really. Yeah, it's... And it's hard not to do side quests, because the side quests in this game are actually kind of interesting, which is not a common thing nowadays. Or at least I don't feel like it is. Damn it. Oh. Come on. Aww. Just a little off. Oh. I'm sure I just need to go up, start lighting some of those things. Where's the first one again? Okay. Yeah, Mel, at the time, multiple gaming devs were saying that single-player story games weren't popular anymore. And then this game came out and shut them up. Yeah, I bet, Deku. I'm kind of glad I waited, but I'm kind of not. I should have did it earlier. But this game's actually filling in a perfect time right now, so this game was awesome as it is, with side quests, main story, DLC, and everything, instead being the same old vanilla God of War game. Usually pay incredible. It's pretty sweet. 2 up here. The lower one was. One was the first one. The other one's over there. The hell am I getting that over there? Oh, that's gonna be a fun run. Just trying to see what... Oh. Come on. Give me the right camera angle. Okay, there it is. But what do I... I need to lock it to something. Was it an N? No, I got it. First part is I think I've seen another chest here somewhere with it. Gate. I'd be able to target that. Maybe. I know I have to get this down to the beach as well. Ah. There we go. Okay. You need to do a quick peekaboo. Damn it! Sometimes it's a pain in the butt just to find the way that goes down. I know I just blew something up. I'm always blowing shit up. Yeah, no, I know where to take the wind thing. I'm just kind of checking out some of the areas you know, like for this stuff. Oh, yeah, yeah. Wait, why is there a wind thing up there? Put it there just to... Curious. No, I've already opened that. So what's the... Maybe that was just a... Okay, I get it. I know what that was. Never mind. Treasure. A grip. Oh, well, it's something. Went here. Realm of the Fog. Oh, so I did complete. Okay, yeah, never mind. Alright. Time to do some.
You're familiar with the tale of Skoll and Haughty, bringers of day and night?
Oh yeah, the wolf giants.
Aye. They were born of the archwolf Hrothwitnir, a great nemesis of the Aesir gods. Odin captured them as pups and kept them in the kennels of Asgard to hold his foe at bay.
Tell me stories, boy.
But when the sun and moon grew mutinous and stood still, Odin put Skoll and Haughty to use. With his ancient magics, he cast the wolves to the heavens, and they began their chase. And long shall they chase, but not endlessly. For it is foretold that someday Skoll and Haughty will catch and devour their prey. And that day shall be Ragnarok, the twilight of the gods.
But Ragnarok is supposed to be Odin's doom, isn't it? Why would he set the wolves loose if it fulfills the prophecy?
Precisely the question, lad.
Have a good night,
It's
Heavens.
always about control. The wolves determine when Ragnarok begins, and now he controls the wolves. A battle fought on his timetable is a battle he better stands to win.
Run, Kratos, run!
Tyr's rune. This is it.
We're inside. But what is this place?
Your guess is as good as mine, little brother.
Should I shoot it?
Run and give your head back. Dude, he's fallen from high cliffs with them on already, so.
The tree! We're underneath the realm travel room. But why is the floor on the ceiling?
Surprised the head's not like flat as a pancake right now.
Those realm doors seem to mirror the ones above.
Father, look up there.
Up there. Tyr used the same magic to protect the Black Rune. The clue we seek may be inside.
Huh. Right next to the Jotunheim door.
Interesting. But can we reach it?
Not from here.
What's behind there?
A door of light.
Well, one inner sanctum within another.
Those tapestries. Looks like more giant art. Whatever Tyr did for them must have been big.
Oh. Need to see it. Water tonight, bud. Which I soon have to refill. I got thirsty. Okay, yeah, I'll probably have to end up going. Go check the middle light.
Whoa, who are they?
Look for some text. Some text.
Boy, this is the rune for Jotunheim.
That's right. And look, we're on the other side of the door.
The upside-down door.
What are you thinking?
Stand back.
Okay. It's moving!
What's moving?
Everything!
Everything.
Extraordinary. The whole room is built on some kind of axle.
There's chains on both sides. Without those...
We can flip the temple.
All right!
What now?
Uh-oh. Things are happening.
We didn't even flip it yet.
Okay. I don't think they're attacking.
Boy, on the statues.
I see them. It says void.
Ominous.
Go on. Read.
Before the first, after the last. Nothing between, no shadow cast. Alpha.
I do too,
Quite
Decky.
sure flipping the temple is the only way to reach them, whatever it is.
You said there would be a path. The temple can be flipped.
Therefore, we flip the temple. The logic is unassailable. Not sure what happens when we recklessly upend a room that's rooted to 8 other realms. I'm curious, of course, but it's a leap to imagine it gets us to Jotunheim.
I don't mind a leap.
Well, who knows? Perhaps you and Tyr are the same kind of mad.
That would be perfect, Deku.
Look here. Another.
It says his name is Bergelmir. I think Mother said he was the king of the giants.
Aye, that he was. And quite a bit more.
Looks like he had a lot of kids.
That, little brother, is what we call an understatement.
He's dead, but nobody killed him. Do giants die from old age?
They may, though it's rare among the legends.
Wait. I didn't need to pick that up.
An army of statues.
I don't think they're the kind that come to life, if that's what you're worried about. Tyr often said that in the world of peace he envisioned, the only soldiers he'd need would be statues. Bless his heart, but the bugger did take himself rather seriously, didn't he?
There, where the chains meet. We must find a way around.
Okay. Way around. Doors. Doors.
Again with the death trap.
You know what? Oh, it's not gonna work. Oh, wait a minute, I get it now. There we go. Or maybe it's more he accepts he's Kratos' boy and just accepts everyone. Yeah, never happened. It would just piss him off the whole time, nobody it would. Like father, like son kind of deal. Did I ever find the jump scare chest? You mean the one where there's an enemy inside the chest and they just kind of jump out when you open it up? Because if so, I've killed 2 of them already.
I'd have thought, brother, why don't you let the lad carry me for a while?
And let you miss this.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
Wait, is this one not moving? Hold on. No, it is moving. But it has 2 layers. I'm gonna die here. Yeah, that's what I thought. Wasn't trying to be dumb. I knew I would die there. Yeah, there was like 2 or 3 of those so far, Deku. Okay, maybe there's more explosive things to blow
I'd
up.
have thought, brother, why don't you let the lad carry me for a while?
And let you miss this.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
Really not sure how I'm supposed to get through that one. Oh, hang on. Okay, I get it. My bad.
The chain! We made it!
Time to do what you do, brother.
Leave them in peace.
Obviously not referring to us.
Yeah, it did freak me out. It freaked me out the first time. The second time I kind of...
Now we can decipher those Niflheim rings. And the travel rune is here too. You wanna go?
Sweet. Whoa! Just one sec, guys. I'm gonna go grab a bottle of water. In my hunt for water, I came across the rare breed of creature called crackers, and decided to follow me back in, not knowing his doom was in place. confused. Oh, that's what it is. Get him, boy.
Stay down! I'm not ready!
You better be ready. Get over here. He decided to be a dick. Boy!
I'm ready!
I love the counterattack. Oh, goody!
Look out! Behind you! Look out! Behind you!
Jeez. There, get him there. Have some fun. Here we go. What? Where the hell did he not die?
The other chain waits.
What a turd. Whatever, I guess. Other door!
Ah, it's the other kind. Variety is so important. I truly do hate this part.
I know.
That was not the way, but it was my way. Oh. So I'm gonna need a flame. Eventually. Oh no, I have to use the flame to get through that. I pulled through there with the skin of my teeth.
I, for one, never doubted.
Right. Until gods grow good.
Could be quite a wait.
Nah. They're just waiting for us.
Cocky little snot. Yeah, he's not being a dick anymore, but he still has a bit of cockiness. It's like I parried him. That was just weird. Double kill. Yeah.
The apple doesn't fall far.
Depends if it's on a hill or not. Oh, really? Well, all those healths aren't going to be needed. See how it is, games. What is? Seriously? Rotten. Yeah, I would love to just let him in the blade.
Boy,
Yes, sir?
time to flip the temple.
Yes, sir.
Let's just agree to stop saying flip the temple. It's starting to sound normal.
Starting to sound normal. But it is. I thought it was normal. For Kratos. Upward!
Brothers, I know what I
Crackers.
promised, but in case this doesn't work, just remember, Tyr had good cause to create these obstacles. He's kept Jotunheim out of Odin's reach, but the world is hardly at peace.
No, but it's got hope. We're all working together now. We have unity. That's what the rune on the door to this place was telling us. We're on Tyr's path.
Lift with your legs, brother.
He knows.
Just trying to be helpful.
Yup, that went well.
Standing. On the day that brute force is the answer, I'll be quite happy to be on your side, brother. And we're not dead. That's a plus.
There, on the left. I think we can climb back up to the realm travel room from there.
Okay, it says to go to the left, but now that I'm just gonna check this out for the sake of checking
he's
it out.
right, you know. I see it too. A place to climb up back where you did the flipping.
But for some reason I felt like it would be different down here after I flipped it. I guess I was wrong. You get to see the booty of the dungeon. And you know you always get to see the booty of the dungeon, even though you got to be careful because they always make a mess.
See that, Mimir? Nobody could do all this alone. All these obstacles. They're just
Deku,
chances
did you
to prove
finish
we're the ones
Mario
who
yet?
can beat them. We may argue. Me and Father, you and Freya, Brock and Sindri. But when we all work together, we do make a good team. And that's Tyr's test. That's why we're gonna make it to Jotunheim.
Do you hear that, brother? Lad's found his equilibrium.
What's that?
He means you speak wisely, Atreus. And that is good to hear.
I'm waiting for more Mega
I
Man.
guess the temple was made to be flipped.
Look, the tree's upside down. Or are we? I'm not sure anymore.
Boy, your knife.
Waiting for Mega Man 8.
Well, what have we got?
Some sort of travel stone.
Let me see. Great Audumlazaras. That's the Unity Stone.
You know it.
I wasn't sure it existed. If Tyr possessed this, that explains how he could visit all the realms and other lands to boot.
He held this in the panel in Odin's library.
I've waited a while. Not
Yes,
that long, but a while.
that's it. I understand now. It shows Tyr walking the realm between realms. You know how you must never stray from the path? Well, Tyr always followed his own path, if you catch my meaning.
The realm between realms.
Ooh.
So you're saying Tyr's shrine showed him stepping off the branch of the World Tree. And you're thinking, to reach the secret path to Jotunheim, that's what we need to do?
I am.
Oh dear. That is what you're thinking, isn't it?
So what'd you find out there?
Boom, boom, boom. Resurrection! Let's see.
See you next, where's I see you.
Here we go. We're gonna do a thing.
If you're thinking about hurling us all into the void, I hope you're quite sure.
Wasn't it your idea? Find our own path, right?
Bollocks.
This is where Tyr stepped beyond, and the Unity Stone protected him. Ready?
Ready.
Well, if this is it, lads, it's been an honor.
Our faith head.
Not something I like to hear from Kratos. Have faith.
This is incredible!
Good laugh, they just end up dying anyway.
Oh, How can I be so nauseous without a stomach?
Come on. That was great.
Look,
The tower. I knew there was something down here.
Amazing! How do you hide something that exists in all realms? Cast it out of any realm to the space between. Clever old Tyr.
Is Jotunheim on the other side?
Can't be that. It's not like you go through Vanaheim to reach the Midgard Peak.
but how do we use it?
I'd suggest we look inside, but stay alert. Tyr's little challenges are never as simple as they appear.
I have noticed.
Open sesame.
Well, this is sparse.
The pedestal.
Oh no! It took the stone!
Tower. It's absorbing the stone's energy.
Something's happening! Is it moving? It's moving!
It knows what to do. The stone served its purpose. We're fulfilling Tyr's spell.
What happens now?
No idea, brother. But after that fall, I'm sure we're past the worst of it.
Smells like Nephil.
No, this is considerably worse.
So far, anyway.
Wow, that's over.
Oh, it's not over.
Now, where are we?
Oh! Looks like Alphon. Watch out!
Fight your back!
A little better fighting these guys after that one that was guarding the dragon. Pain in the ass. You get really hard.
That was tough. Where do you think it's taking us next?
I do not know.
Oh no! We're back in hell?
Oh dear, here they come.
Right behind us!
Come on! That Yoda's alert! Where are you?
Surely that's enough of that.
Fish. God.
Moose bomb. This won't be good. Let's go.
Damn!
Open and two at the same time. Sure, that's fair.
I guess I could have rode that one. With your axe. I bet you died. Wouldn't be the first time, right?
You stopped. I think it's over.
Aye. But where are we?
In a place.
Look! We're back in Midgard. There's the bridge. We did it. The tower's back where it belongs.
Now Tyr's travel room can take us to Jotunheim.
How did Tyr do this?
Odin suspected the giants secretly possessed some remnant of primordial Jotnar creative essence, the stuff all realms were made of. The Unity Stone must have been fashioned from that essence. To trust an outsider with it, even Tyr, tells you just how desperate they were.
And look! Now we can finally light all the braziers and see what happens. Another name. Gloindor.
It's as if they'd been made into a memorial to the Valkyries.
I know there's a bunch of those more I gotta light, but I don't remember. It's probably like one in every location or something. boom, 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 boom.
I don't know what we'll find when we get to Jotunheim, but we must cover our tracks. Odin's ravens will tell him of the tower's restoration, and we mustn't let our efforts be to his benefit.
Very well.
Wait, it's already there.
This is it. Here we go.
That's kind of weird.
Hold on, wait a minute. This isn't going to work.
What?
There's no travel crystal. Tyr must have used his own eyes to refract the energy. It was his final failsafe.
You've got eyes like him, Mimir.
I've got an eye. One! Odin plucked out my other eye precisely to keep me from traveling. Sorry, lads. Thought that would work.
What did Odin do with your other eye?
He'd have kept it. In any of 100 places, I'm afraid.
We've come so far. There has to be a way.
Look, bit of a long shot. For years, I'd see Sindri, sometimes Brock, lurking around in that mountain when Odin came for his visits. Maybe they know something.
Brock and Sindri.
Okie dokie.
Hey guys, question for you. Anyone know where we can find Mimir's other eye?
Oh. That's... I'm sorry. As a matter of fact, Odin asked me to... He wanted me to build a... He showed it to me, you see, and I... declined. Sorry. Will you excuse me? Oh.
Well, that was useless.
You know, it was about that same time that Odin came around looking for me to build a statue with some sort of hidden compartment. Now, that not being a weapon and the Aesir being a bunch of pox-speckled cockers, I too saw fit to decline. But I know he got it built just the same.
What was the statue?
It's that one of Thor out there flashing his sack to the lake.
The statue that the serpent ate.
Flash in his sack.
Feeling much better.
How are we supposed to look inside the snake?
Inside? Oh no!
We better go see what the world serpent has to say about that. Well,
Sounds
lads,
good
I
to
don't know
me.
what lies ahead. But now would be a good time to make sure your gear is ready for the worst. Anything you need to do,
Let's sort
I
you
do it
out.
now. Just some sage advice.
Sorry you wasted my time.
Sorry you wasted my time.
What's more to the horse? Steady.
Statuini Is the statue lost to us?
He thinks it might still be in his stomach. And he's open to letting you roll into his mouth to look inside.
Ew. Really?
By the by, he's not wild about it either.
I think I'm gonna agree with Kratos on that one.
So, are we really doing this? Letting the serpent swallow us?
You do not have to come.
Well, I'm not gonna miss this.
It would be fun. It would be gross as hell, too.
Atreus, follow me.
You sure this is a good idea?
Nope.
No.
Well, brothers, I've been to many strange places, but this will be a new one.
Yeah. I've never been in...
Imagine that would be uncomfortable for the servant.
Judge
Yes, it
Noah.
would.
How about you, Father?
Never one that was not trying to eat me.
We really should expect that sort of response at this point.
Because Kratos did go inside monsters, but they were usually trying to eat them. Oh no.
Here we go.
I was gonna say, could you imagine the acids in his stomach, and all you see it right now, all you see is the bubbling.
Funny. I used to dream about getting eaten.
Dreams are nothing
I'm
to...
not afraid. It just reminded me of a way I used to feel when I was a child. Let's find that statue.
Smells not as bad as I thought it'd be. Bit like heather ale fermenting. Rather pleasant, actually.
You're so weird. The water kind of burns in here. That is water, isn't it?
Aye. Most of it.
You want a beach here?
There we go. We left our boat. I need an adult.
The hammer.
Yeah, they don't exactly have much knowledge of technology back then. Yeah. You'd think Kratos would have some idea for already having done something similar to this, but just to kill it. Wait, was this just for the treasure? Yeah, okay, wrong dock. Don't get me wrong, the treasure I was gonna get anyway, but... That kind of looked like something you could go through at one point. Boom.
Maybe if that was closer.
Oh, really? Okay, I gotta get that thing a little closer. I thought you had to stop it when...
I see something over there.
There, that's as far as it can go. The items on this?
Forget something?
Boom, boom,
Mimir,
boom, boom, boom,
any
boom.
idea where Odin hid your eye?
No, it's not like I can still see through it.
Should be able to. Magical. Magic, magic.
Yep, that's an eye.
Maybe you should stick that in my head for safekeeping. Gently now, gently. Thank you, brother. You don't miss depth until it's gone.
Oh, must miss that.
How's it feel, Mimir?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm feeling whole again, but it's a right improvement.
The Bifrost is intact.
It'll serve.
Then we have all we need.
Finally, we're going to Yudna. There's no stopping us now.
Laddie, have you ever heard the term tempting fate?
Fate is another lie
Told by the gods, yes, of course. You really are your father's son, you know.
Oh boy. What could go wrong?
So how do we get back out?
We signal.
Hold on! What's going on? Well, that was mildly terrifying. Maybe our presence is upsetting Jormungandr's belly.
No. Something is wrong.
Someone's attacking.
What's happening to him?
Nothing good. Glad that's over.
Is he getting hit?
What is that?
We must hurry.
Couldn't agree more, brother.
Hold tight and watch your balance.
The board shifting! I'm gonna have you!
You know, in black. Oh no.
Boy? Boy!
I'm good. I think I'm getting kind of used to this. What happened to him? Something we did?
No. Something else. A dead giant. Why would the serpent leave us here?
Look! Freya. We can still trust her, right?
Until we know for certain, keep a distance.
The world's serpent. What's happened here?
We hoped you would know.
You are far from home.
I'm looking for my son. The two of you. You helped me see things more clearly.
You do not know where he is then?
No. But the woods and fields speak his name. I know he walks here in Midgard.
When did you see him last?
Long ago. Before you were even born. Why are you standing so far from me? What's wrong? Something's happened.
There!
I had a feeling that hurting the big snake would bring the two of you out in the open.
Oh my.
Do you have any idea at all, what you have cost me?
My boy.
Mother.
I'm here. Don't run away.
Oh, I'm not going anywhere, Mother.
I know that you're still angry. I know that how you feel hasn't changed, but I want you...
How I feel? How I feel?
Oh boy.
I've spent the last 100 years dreaming
Thanks for that scare, Deku.
of this moment. I've rehearsed everything I ever wanted to say to you, every word, to make you understand exactly what you stole from me. But now, I realize I don't need you to understand anything. I don't need you at all.
No, back off, Kratos. This has nothing to do...
This path you walk. Vengeance. You will find no peace. I know.
You... I'll deal with you later. But family first. This again?
Yes, this again.
You have to go! Please! I can reach you! You have to stop fighting!
I don't wanna. Lady, apparently you really don't know your son or him.
Son, please! Just listen to me!
Girl, don't want to.
You think this will hold me? Do you two care about this? Get out of my way!
No.
I said stop!
You might want to turn away, boy. This won't be pretty.
I won't let you hurt him.
No, boy.
Fine.
Stop! No! Atreus! You're bleeding. Breathe, boy. Breathe!
Not my blood.
What is that?
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
I can feel this. I can feel everything.
He's vulnerable now?
You will not do this!
What's going on?
Beat his ass.
Is Freya trying to kill us?
No. Do you hear the wind? We are moving.
That arrow. Baldur punched the mistletoe?
In the quiver strap, yes. Mistletoe harmed him.
Freya said it was wicked.
He's more than harmed. The spell is broken.
He can be killed.
I'm certain of it.
Yeah, but maybe he doesn't want to be killed
Coming
now.
back now.
Now he remembers. She's controlling that thing?
Stay out of it! I can reason with him!
No, woman! You cannot! He means to kill you!
Can't stop me! No one can!
I don't care if he kills me. I will protect him. I will not let him die.
Don't touch it. This will all be over soon.
There!
You will stop this now.
Incredible! I never knew how much fun this
Take your gun and go. I can't let you get hurt.
This does not feel right with this giant hanging off me.
feeling, glorious feeling. I feel freezing.
Stop hurting my boy.
Weak mother. I'm coming for you. Mother. The chill. It's better than I remembered.
Damn!
I can feel them!
His health is not going down very well.
You will not do this!
Am I using the wrong thing, or? There's not much damn health. What the shit? That looks like it hurt.
Boy! Crystal!
Ow.
Atreus! Atreus!
I'm up here! I'm okay!
I'm doing wonderful.
Wonderful.
Felt so alive.
Stop this! Reba!
Did he start using fire? Fun! Are you kidding, buddy? You're getting your ass.
Yes! Yes!
Damn it, get me. Ooh. What the hell?
I'll kill you!
Mother... It sounded like he was calling for his mother. Like, in a good way. And then he's like, no, I'll kill you. Me, boy.
Stay away from my son! You don't have to do this!
Well, I mean, as long as he's gonna try to kill us, yes I do.
Stop him!
Please! There has been enough pain!
Shut up!
Damn, kid.
Before you die, I want to thank you. Both of you. You've done what even the All-Father himself could not. I've never felt more alive. Ironic, isn't it? What?
Ooh. Funny, that's the one thing I do remember. You say run from my... You? Oh. Boom! You make no sense. Get it again! Like, I can't attack him because every time I switch my weapon, so does he. I mean, that's his job, but I got a revive stack here, so I'll win this somehow. I hit the wrong button.
boy. Well done, boy.
Come on! Do it! Do it!
Stop. Please.
He's beaten Father. Not a threat.
You will not come for us again. You will not touch her.
I don't need your protection.
Yes, you do. No, you just need more rage. Well, I could do that, but...
Just can't help yourself. Can you, Mother? No matter what I do or say, you won't stop interfering in my life.
I was just trying to protect you. I've made mistakes. I know. But you're free now. You have what you want. Try to find forgiveness. We can build something new.
No.
Nope.
We can't. Because I will never forgive you. You still need to pay for the lifetime that you stole from me.
I have paid. I have paid. But if that alone will make you whole, if seeing me dead will make things right, I won't stop you.
I know.
Gonna kill her, isn't he? That's the kind of game this is.
What? No, Father!
I love you.
Why do you even care? You could have walked away.
The Cygolians here must be better than this.
Ooh. Ooh.
No, my boy! My dear sweet boy!
Yeah, I didn't make him do it.
Freya. He chose this.
I will rain down every agony, every violation imaginable upon you. I will parade your cold body from every corner of every realm and feed your soul to the vilest filth in hell. That is my promise.
He saved your life.
He robbed me of everything. Everything.
Then just go with him.
You were just an animal. Passing on your cruelty and rage, you will never change.
And you do not know me.
I know enough.
You know nothing.
Does he?
Boy, listen close. I'm from a land called Sparta. I made a deal with the god that cost me my soul. I killed many who were deserving, and many who were not. I killed my father.
That was your father in hell. Is this what it is to be a god? Is this how it always ends? Sons killing their mothers? Their fathers?
No. We will be the gods we choose to be.
Which is choosing to kill everything.
Then, who I was is not who you be. We must be better.
Well, guess we're the bad guys now.
In her eyes, yes. But she could never make that choice.
Boom, boom, boom.
We should finish this journey while I still have strength.
I don't understand. I know saving her was the right thing. But she seemed all evil at the end.
Not evil. You killed her son, lad. Her son. The death of a child is not something a parent gets over easily.
But he was gonna kill her.
She would have died to see him live. Only a parent can understand.
So you'd let me kill you?
If it meant you would live, yes.
Look, there was no easy choice. For anybody, brother. But I think we can all agree you did the right thing. The world's a better place with Freya in it. Just give her time, lads. She'll come around.
No, she won't.
Back to Tyr's temple, then.
She's pissed.
One last time.
Aye. Jotunheim awaits.
Why did Baldur say we cost him?
Odin must have convinced him that following you to Jotunheim would bring his cure. Lies, I'm sure.
Why did mistletoe break the spell?
Vanir magic is powerful, but its rules are slippery and elusive. I'm sure it makes sense if you're a witch. Oh, but it's also bloody tragic. Baldur was the greatest gift Odin granted Freya, the one thing she treasured from their marriage. She only hoped to spare him pain and spare herself loss. But such impulses can lead good parents to make terribly stupid decisions.
Looking forward to me discovering. Is it, by any chance, is it a long part, Deku?
Mimir.
I literally
you never
have
told
20
me what
minutes
happened
left
to
in my
the
stream.
stonemason's son.
Hrimthur, son of Thamur. After completing his father's masterwork, the Great Wall of Jotunheim, he thought of nothing but making the Aesir pay for their crimes against the giants. Once he longed to fight Thor, but tragedy had brought wisdom to Hrimthur, and cunning. He observed that Asgard's walls were half-built and shoddy, for no Aesir god could be bothered with such tiresome labor. So Hrimthur adopted the guise of an ordinary man and made the Aesir an offer. He would build them majestic new walls, and if he couldn't build them within 2 turns of the season, they would owe him nothing for his labors. And if he succeeded, he asked only for an audience with the goddess Freya. Odin agreed.
Wait,
knowing the
that was
task
the final
impossible,
boss?
But intrigued by this stranger. Hrimthur made short work of it, of course. He had the benefit of his father's training and the aid of a magical stallion for fetching stones. Odin was not happy to find himself on the losing end of the wager, but he seemed to uphold his end of the bargain. Freya was sent to meet the mason, and to her surprise, he wanted only to whisper something in her ear. That being done, he made his way out of Asgard. And when he found Thor awaiting him at the gates of Midgard, he knew he had been double-crossed. But he didn't care, because his plan was complete.
It was? What did he say to Freya?
Only she could say for certain, but I've had many moons to work it out. Hrimthur knew that Freya loathed the Aesir, despite her marriage to Odin, and I believe he gave her the secret to Asgard's defences. Some weakness he may have built in, structural or magical, which I expect will be exploited come Ragnarok when Surtur arrives to burn Asgard to ash. If not sooner.
Yeah, story-wise, can't speak for extra stuff, but... I'm not sure if I'm... if I can't pick a game tomorrow, if this is the end of the story for this game, if I can't pick a game for tomorrow, tomorrow's stream may be loose ends. You know, like little story things. Side quests. Shit like that.
I can't believe we're gonna see the giants.
Well, if things work according to plan, go ahead and lock in Jotunheim and we'll be on our way. Probably.
Boss. That was that one side quest, Frosty. I don't believe I played the game since. Okay. It's here I'm going, isn't it? Just making sure.
Boy, ahead. Get ready.
Oh, right. Got it. Let's hope this doesn't cause you to explode or anything.
Oh, hadn't considered that. Maybe we should talk about this a bit more.
Nah, I'm sure you'll be fine. Ready?
That's unpleasant!
Now, boy! We must be close.
Well, what are we waiting for? Think it's far?
We will see.
We'll see, boy.
A word, please, before we continue. Listen, the last thing you two need up there's a decomposing heat ruining the moment. Why don't I wait for you here? This is between you and the boy.
True. But if someone were to fight...
My lady sips soft, perfect sloshers. You done did it.
Sorry. We had to see this.
Oh, no. No, 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 no. Fine, damn it. Fine.
Watch the head till we return.
I can do this. No, I can't. Oh.
Okay?
Ready. Come.
Really long ending cutscene. Oh, okay. What do I have plans for you? And uncomfortable. Or oh boy. Oh.
Look! We're on the
I thought
giant's
it was a
fingers.
cutscene, so I didn't move.
I can see the highest peak ahead. Right over there. We did it.
We did.
What are you doing?
I have nothing more to hide.
Can we go now? We're so close.
Boy.
I just had a moment with you, boy.
Carry her.
Drops it. Oops.
Boy.
It's nothing. I just thought I'd hear voices by now. Hello? Anybody here?
What is this place?
They must have all come through here when they left Midgard. What was left of them. Odin and Thor, ruining everything for everybody. Huh. Who's the Guardian?
Oh my.
I should feel them, but I don't. This place is dead. What happened to them? Why'd Mom send us here?
One question is answered, and two more take its place.
Wait! Father! Something's happening.
A little bit.
It's your axe. It's smaller. Look. She's arguing with a bunch of giants. She New giants?
I don't know.
That's us. The first time we met the world serpent.
And you're lucky if it's only 10 Deku.
But how? And our fight with Baldur. But that just happened. Wait. They knew everything that was going to happen. The dragon in the mountain, the stone mason, all these drawings.
Oh my.
This is our story.
No. This is your story.
But what does it all mean?
That I was not the only parent with secrets.
You didn't know. She was a giant. I'm a giant. Why didn't she tell us?
She
A
sent us
giant
here,
indigo.
knowing we would find this.
But why not just tell us the truth?
Your mother would have had good reasons. Baldur was never sent to find me. He was tracking her all along, not knowing she was only ashes.
If she had a plan for us,
Great.
I trust it. Whatever it is. Besides, she hasn't been wrong yet. Come on. We're so close to the end now.
Yes. Yes, we are.
Oh. That I didn't need to see.
Look. It's Mother's. She was here. She saw every step we took before we took it. Like she was always with us. Watching over us. Leading us home. Let's finish it.
Looks like a giant hand in the background.
Father.
No. We do it together. Son.
My hand takes everything in the bag. How did he get his hand in the hole of that bag? That's a very stretchy bag. It looks like a ton of bodies, but they're all statues, right?
I love you, Mom.
Big ass statue.
Giants. They really are all gone.
No, they're not. You're here.
There's nothing for us here.
Come.
So, I get that Mother was a giant, which makes me part giant and part god.
And part mortal.
Right. I guess there's just one thing I don't understand. My name on the wall. The giants called me... Loki?
Oh.
Loki. That's the name your mother wanted for you when you were born. She must have called you that to her people.
That's not a good...
But why?
You're a shit
Question
disturber
for
now?
another day. Let us go home.
Oh, damn. That's not gonna end well. Holy shit. Ooh, that's... Yeah, he's gonna be trouble.
Guess it all makes sense now. Why she want to end up here? Be with her kind? But did she know it was going to be like this here? Is this what she wanted us to see?
Kind of an interesting way to do
Want
an
us tell
ending.
people, or keep it a secret?
I do not know.
So what should we do?
I trust you to decide that.
Oh,
It's starting to look like it. But look, there's a little, where if you finish one side of the clip. Or for the next.
so
I am.
why'd you want to name
Well,
me
after the
Atreus?
credits, I am considering doing just a
Huh.
night of side.
No. He was a soldier. A Spartan.
A great warrior?
All Spartans are great warriors. We trained from birth. Our lives were discipline, duty, battle, and death.
I'm still not
Life
sure
was
about that yet.
grim, and we greeted it grimly.
Hmm.
But Atreus of Sparta was unlike the rest of us. He wore a smile even in the worst of times. He was happy. He inspired us to hope that though we were machines of war, yet there was humanity in us. Goodness. When the day came for him to lay down his life in battle, his sacrifice saved countless others and turned the tide in our favor. I carried him home on his shield and buried him with all the honors of Spartan custom. His memory was a comfort in dark times.
Wow, you actually told a good story. Amir missed it. I understand if you want to go home, but I bet there are still some corrupted Valkyries out there that could be set free. Some other help people. Maybe helping people is part of why Mom sent us out here, too. I mean, what would Atreus of Sparta do?
And what would Loki do?
Huh. That's a weird name. I'm glad we went with yours.
Oh no. That's just
Lads, am I glad to see you. I believe I've reached my limit for dwarven charm.
What happened, Mimir?
They took an uncomfortable number of measurements and then proceeded to bicker about the weather.
Where do you want us to take you?
How about the warm confines of anywhere bloody else?
So he says nah. Oh. So he says nah. Cycle shall continue perhaps. Continue exploring, complete dwarven favors, free dragons, travel to find new items in shops, powerful equipment that will allow you to defeat legendary corrupted Valkyrie. Location of corrupted Valkyries have been revealed in your map. New Game Plus allows you to start the game while maintaining your equipment and XP, X Silver, purchased items. New Game Plus can be time. Nice game. Why should have I found all the Valkyries before I beat the game? I'm just curious now. Was it story-wise or just because?
Before we return to Midgard, I should warn you. More time has passed than you might realize. The snowfall that began when you slew Balder, it's become something else. The stuff of omens.
For the coming of winter.
Not just any winter. The great winter to span 3 summers. And when it's done, Ragnarok begins.
Ragnarok. From snow.
Aye. Snow. Lots more snow. And then the end of the bloody world. In that approximate order.
Another prophecy.
No, brother. Prophecy doesn't expect this for 100 more winters at least. You've changed something. Prophecy didn't count on you.
We speeded things up. Awesome. Oh.
I'm telling you, it's Fimbulwinter. I can feel it in my scrot. This is the big one.
Stop saying that. Oh, you're making me very nervous. It was bound to snow sooner or later.
That ain't just snow, and you know it. It's the end times.
How dare you make me the voice of reason?
Guys?
Just discussing the weather. Bit of a cold snap lately.
What he means is, Fimbulwinter's upon us, boys. The winter to end all winters. I can feel it in my scrot.
Yeah. We heard.
So, if you're heading home, try to keep moving. And also, to not die.
Or if you're not heading home, same advice. Sure, I'm open.
I mean, why not? Resources.
You hitting the road or chewing the fat?
Let's walk outdoors and see how it looks. When you head home. Okay. Well, you know what? Maybe tonight or tomorrow I will just come back and do some side stuff. Because I really don't have anything chose for tomorrow night. Or should I? I don't know. I'm really beside myself on whether I should do one more night of this just for fun. I usually don't do side quests on stream. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm not going to stream all of that extra side crap. But I may do at least one last stream. Just to... Yeah. Good enough. I may do one last stream just to clean up some things, and then the rest of the stuff I'll probably do in my own spare time. Anyway, thanks for showing up. Have a good night, and I'll be back again tomorrow. Probably with this. I'm assuming. Later!